We're going to take another look at the 2024 college football recruiting class, and we're going to shine a spotlight on 5-star, maybe 4-star, depending on what recruiting site you're looking at. Wide receiver for the Clemson Tigers, TJ Moore. We're going to take a look at his highlights. We're going to take a look at the scouting report and everything else. But you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're covering these 2024 recruits all offseason long. And when these players start doing things with your team, making plays, showing up at camp, you're hearing the news, you're going to know a little bit of something about them. When they're starting to play on the field this year, next year, the year after, you know a little bit about them. That's why you need to click that subscribe button. Stop missing out. But let's look at his 24/7 Sports player profile page. And as you notice from the star rankings here, he's a 5-star in the rankings, 4-star in the composite. That kind of explains the intro there, where he's a hybrid between 4 and 5 stars there. But he's 6'3", 195, signed on National Signing Day to the Clemson Tigers, as you see here with the crystal ball predictions. But what I like to do is I like to look at the offers. That's one of the things I like to look at here. 47 offers. That's top tier. That's top tier. He's pushing 50 offers. He's pushing 50 offers. Everybody wanted him. There's only 100 some schools. About half of them wanted him. About half of them submitted an offer for him. Clemson, Alabama, Arkansas at the top. You're getting a lot of schools wanting him to sign and play for him. We got Auburn, Boston College, Cincinnati, Colorado. Deion Sanders trying to get him. Florida, Florida State, Georgia, Howard trying to get in the mix there. I don't think that was going to happen for you guys. Kind of wasted a letter there. LSU, Miami, Michigan, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Penn State, Oregon, Tennessee, TAMU, USC. I think you get the gist there. But college football wanted him. College football doesn't want players that suck. They just don't want to do that. That being said, 47 offers means he's good. It means that they looked at him and they said, hey, we want this guy because he's good at football. That's what the offers say, and I like that better than the star ratings. I do. Also better than the rankings on the recruiting sites, because sometimes those can be a little off when you start digging in a little deeper. Played in the All-American Bowl, and we're going to read the scouting report here real quick. He's comped to T. Higgins, a former Clemson wide receiver. Interesting here, when you look at the build, 6'3", 195. Kind of see some comparisons there with the size and build just from the listings, because we haven't dug into the highlights yet. But a big play wide receiver with exceptional hands that can stretch the field. So he can get downfield, he can make plays happen, put up big numbers down Sunshine State, hauling 92 passes, 2,200 yards, 24.8 yards per catch, 30 touchdowns in his last 2 years of high school, but really cemented himself as one of the cycle's top offensive weapons during an impressive week of practice for the All-American Bowl. That's where he jumped up the rankings for 27 Sports. Surges off the line of scrimmage. So he's got burst off the line. So he's going to come up with a good package and nuanced skills when it comes to his release. And that being said, once he shows that pop off the step, that DB has to keep up with him, and that's going to make it hard because he has that initial burst before shaking his marks with his sharp cuts. That being said, pop off the line, off the release package, stacking the wide receiver, and then getting into your cuts. And then when you have that burst, you pop off that plant step, like they're indicating here, you're going to create that separation off that, especially if you don't have any drifting. Tends to give defensive backs plenty of issues with nifty double moves. That means he moves laterally well. He can sell his routes. He can also plant step drive. And like we were talking about drifting, probably not going to be there on the tape because we're going to dig into that soon. Tracks the football like a seasoned vet. Gets downfield, makes plays happen. Good ball skills. So we got ball skills, we got route running, and we're good coming off the line of scrimmage. That's what you need to know about him. Size at one point was a bit of a question mark, but looked the part check-in for the AAB, measuring in a shade over 6'3", 195 pounds. Good size, it looks like. Probably going to build into that frame, grow into it. on the younger side for his grade. That's important to know. A younger player, there's more upside with that, especially when they're showing top tier traits, because there's room for growth and there's more time for their development. That being said, that's something to pay attention to. They're saying he has first round upside. Day one is the first round. They're saying he could be a first rounder, could be a Power 5 gem. That's what they're saying here. Also competed in track and field, 11:13, 11:5, 100 meter. Not the fastest guy, but more than fast enough to get the job done. And when you're nuanced, you got skills, you got burst off the line. That's going to play hand in hand with being a top-tier wide receiver. Looking at the timeline here, he signed with Clemson on National Signing Day, committed with them in June, so he was pretty much locked in with them. And then he was going on official visits with Texas A&M, Florida, Miami, keeping it south, looks like. He's a warm-weather dude. Went to Junior Day, Pitt, Penn State, Miami, got offered from Georgia, Notre Dame, Florida, USC. Big-time programs wanted him. Big-time schools wanted him. They're not wasting time on jabronis. 50 catches, 42 catches, over 1,000 yards each season. And like we said, a hybrid between 5 stars and 4 stars. And you see that too when you look at the rankings here at On 3. At On 3 in their industrial rankings, wide receiver 12 in the rankings. However, in their rankings, he's wide receiver 8. They're high on him. 24/7 Sports is high on him. He has been a riser in the process. 24/7 Sports has him as a 5-star. Everybody else has him as a 4-star. That explains my intro, because he is a hybrid 4-5-star guy. 4-star with ESPN, 4-star with Rivals. I rank On 3 and 24/7 Sports ahead of those two sites, but Rivals right behind those two, with ESPN being last. Rivals has them at 41. They're late to the party. They're not moving guys around. ESPN has them at 17 right now in the wide receiver rankings. But it's time to look at the highlights. It's time to look at what he can do in the field. Let me know if you rate him as a top-tier 4-star guy, or if you got him solidified as a 5-star player. I want to hear about that in the comments below. If you read up or heard anything about him recently, let me know as well in the comments below. We're all just trying to learn about these players, but we're going to take a look here at TJ Moore. Watching the highlights, and here we go. You got separation. What are we going to see here? Look at that one-handed grab. Concentration brings it in. Not a one-handed. The attempt was one-handed, but brought it in still. You look at the size there. He looks college ready, size-wise. For sure. Going to the next play. Downfield. I wish you highlighted him pre-snap. And he can scoop. He can scoop. Good. Remember, he's 6'3". That's good size to just athleticism, which counts. Brings it in. Creating separation. Getting downfield. Getting past the defense. That's what we're seeing early here. Looks like we got inside shade by the DB. We're eating that cushion up. We're downfield. I can't see the rest. But we got him beat like he stole something, and we're gone. We're gone. Look at that. Down here, inside shade, we got some cushion. We're eating that. We're breaking that off. There's the double moves and the footwork. Like I was trying to predict with the scouting report, he's going to have that sweet feet. And he does. Ball's in the air. They say, watch this. Good concentration. Good concentration. Ball skills, route running. We can get downfield. I can see the T. Higgins comp. I can definitely see that. Getting downfield, winning at the catch point. I can definitely see that. Going to have a good average depth of target in college because you're getting deep balls if you're winning at the catch point like this. Tracking it over the shoulder, Willie Mays style. I need to see more on the route run. Inside shade DB, we're up tight. Coming off the line, even you're leaving and we leaving. Ball coming up, we got him beat. We got him beat. He's explosive off that rocker step. Explosive off the line. Look at that. And you look at the track times, you look at him play on the field, throw those track times out the window. He's got football fast. He's got football speed on him. Inside shade with the DB. They're going to route him to the outside as he tried, and it did not work. Bam. Bam. Where's he at? Where's he at? He's downfield. Look at him go. You can just tell now. Ball's coming his way. We're going to Willie Mays it. There we go. Over that back shoulder. Looking solid. We are seeing some T. Higgins here. We are seeing a little bit of that. And he's got to frame that on more. He's a younger guy for his age, and we're just getting downfield, and we're beating dudes. We're beating dudes. He's got some thickness to him. Look at the lower half of him. Thick on the legs. That's good to see, and we're explosive. Boom. Ball coming in. He's tremendous on the over-the-shoulder grab. He just dials it in. I need you to be circled off pre-snap. I want to be able to dial in on you coming off the line. You need a better cameraman. Brings in the catch downfield. Nobody's really on him. They got a safety over top. He's going to do what he wants here. Breaks off that route. Notice that break, limited drift, gets over. He's 6'3", remember. Younger wide receiver. That's solid. Comes in. And the reason why I stayed his size is because it's harder for taller guys to break off routes and not be a little bit drifty on the break. It's just harder for them because you got to account for more size. And the fact that he can break off that route at that size, and look at that, get off the line. Like I was guessing from the scouting report, we're going to see him with a good release package. I like to see some diamond releases coming out, but I'm going to take what I can get. Plus, you're not circling off the releases, so I can't really tell. Here we go after the catch. Assertive. Assertive after the catch. Wait for this. Let's see. Look at that. Sells the outside, comes back in. Very subtle with it, not overdoing it to get to the inside. Coming around here. Gets the ball. What are we going to do here? Cuts it up. Cuts it back out. Keeping balance. And he's gone. Oh, not gone. He slips up, but still. Still, we get it. Now we're down here. We got some cushion here. DB off. We're going to eat that cushion. He's gone. I can't tell he's gone, but he's coming back. But look at the separation there. They did not want to get beat deep. They didn't want to get beat deep. That guy was just backpedaling, and they knew it, and they took it. Good throw by the quarterback. Nice hands. Strong hands at the catch point there. He's going to bring that in like nothing, right? Bam. Brings it right down to his body, and we're getting upfield. Coming off the line. Right there he is. And look at the whole head and shoulders there. Shoulders above the toes. Good break. No drift. Excellent body control on the route running. Able to really break off the route. And we're seeing it again. You saw it vaguely in the corner there. He's able to break off the routes nicely. Very nuanced route runner. One of the better route runners we've seen. Look at him. Sell the deep ball. Come back. I knew he was selling it and doing the comeback because I noticed the extra on selling the shoulders and dropping the head, selling the pump to go deep. I don't know if DB is going to pick up on that, but I just saw that. Here we go. We're going to show some blocking here. We're downfield. We're into the chest plate. No holding. Pushing them back. Coming back here. Quick little curl, whatever you want to call that. Good turn on the feet as well. Showing a little bit of that burst on the footwork. Inside shade, playing off about 10 yards. Look at the double move. Look at that. He's got sweet feet. That's huge for his size. And we're not seeing many 6'3" guys like this. Just break off routes. That's crisp. Very crispy route runner we're seeing here with Moore. Very crispy. Again, they're playing off. And they're having a DB trying to cut underneath. Then the quarterback gets it. He's got a good quarterback. They tried to throw some trickery at him, trying to stop him. Didn't work. Here we go. Quick route. Bam, bam. Gets upfield. His game is downfield and tying you up like a pretzel with route running. That's his game. He can run any route. He can run any route. If you're selling double moves, look at the ref. If you're selling double moves like that, I guarantee you he can run any route. I'm not even worried about it. Bam. Breaks it off quick. Like, you're not seeing it all, but it's snappy. Ball in the air. Pick. Pick. That's our first defensive play, unless I've been sleeping. I wish I could have seen more of that play, but here we go. Woo! Nice spin move. Again, this guy's got footwork for days. He's got sweet feet. He's got a little bit of everything. He can make plays downfield. He can get behind the defense. He's tough at the catch points. He breaks off routes exceptionally for his size. Good size, adjusted athleticism, and the way that he breaks off routes, very limited or very little drifting when it comes to breaking off those routes. I'm talking about out routes. I'm talking about out and ups. I'm talking about the curl route. I'm talking about hitches, anything. He does not drift much on his routes, which is huge for his size, which makes him even tougher to cover, and he creates separation on top of that. He can get downfield. He sells his routes nicely as well, and he doesn't overdo it. He can do it with limited sell tactics and still break you up and twist you up like a pretzel if you're trying to cover him. Very dangerous wide receiver here. Strong hands. And I noticed he got to bump up the rankings here with 24/7 Sports, and he's a very good wide receiver. Very solid, very tough, very good at the catch points. And he is going to have a very interesting career because I look for him to develop quickly, and I look for him to tap into his upside sooner than later, and I look for his upside to be a little bit higher than compared to some of the other guys in his range due to the age, due to how he's playing the game, due to how nuanced he is right now. He's very technical. He's one of the most technical wide receivers in this recruiting class, which is very interesting to say because we got some technicians here, but he's also winning with athleticism. He's also winning with size, and he's the total package because you're also getting a tall guy with range, with good concentration at the catch point, but he can also twist you up with routes. That being said, this is a damn good wide receiver prospect. Let me know what you think about him in the comments below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.